So this is going to be video number 3 for a Saturday night. That's what I'm doing, is hanging out with Coin Saturday night. All right, as we can see, I decided to sell off a little bit of SHIB. I decided to take some profit. Never forget to take some profit, okay? I try to explain that people, they don't know when they should sell. And you know what? It is a tough question. The point being is you should definitely make sure you're taking some profit for yourself, okay? Let me just real quick share all this wonderful fun content. I should really put my glasses on, huh? All right, so we're gonna get to some stuff. I have to get back in the channel. I've got to add this stuff. If you're just joining us, what is going on, guys? I am DeMarco. This is part 3, conquering crypto, trading, and charting. All right. So let's see what's happened since the last video. It hasn't been that long, but so SHIB is still doing its thing. It's still bouncing around. This is now considered to be consolidation. Okay. So we are back into SHIB consolidation. So that's what we want to keep riding, by the way. We want to do pattern or consolidation, breakout, back into consolidation, pattern, breakout. And you want that continual cycle. The idea with that cycle is you constantly just want to keep, you could either, hope that you see those patterns, or you could just buy, sell, buy, sell. So you buy at the breakout, sell at the next consolidation. I can do that now here, and then if there's another breakout, buy again. But because I am under the impression, at least I think, that there is going to still be, I think there will still be more patterns, I'm going to hold what I have. And the reason I'm telling you that is to give you an example of what I'm looking for when I'm trading. Okay, let's go into some other stuff. Let's go into some random things. If we start getting people in here and people want to start chatting, talking about different coin, I'm all ears. You can ask me whatever you like in chat. And mainly, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun and learn. Why not? Let's do it. Here we go. Let's see. So we went over all kinds of different coin. I have my list here. Let's go over some stuff that I haven't checked in a bit. ZIL, I have not checked in a little bit. Let us trade it. I'm sorry, let us chart it. So, in my window to my left, that's what I've got going on with SHIB, right? Just because I'm invested in it currently. I have some other things that I'm involved in right now as well, trading-wise, but SHIB is the most important. So I've got a window on SHIB open at all times. If it breaks that purple line, now to me, that purple line, this second one, not this one, that is my stop loss. It's not a literal stop loss. It's there to remind me if it gets underneath that, I don't know when price is going to pick back up, so I pull my profit. Okay, but I sell the whole thing of what I have available, and I take my money. I place the order here, and I want this to keep going. I don't want to take it out, but if it's going to go down, I'd rather just take my 100, 200, whatever it may be. I want to take my money, get out and run, and enjoy it. Denny, what's up, man? Yeah, SHIB is great. It's still doing its thing. It's right now it's back into consolidation, and yeah, man, it's looking good. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. because we went over so much stuff earlier, if anybody wants to go over anything, if anybody has questions, because this is so it's Saturday night, okay? Coin night. I'm having fun. Let's have some fun together. Ask some questions of things that you're not sure about. Ask some questions, and we can, we can help you out into learning some things that you might not be aware of to do. The comment section is open. Go nuts. But while we're waiting, we're going to go over some stuff that I have not checked in a bit. And we're going to keep SHIB in this other window. For all you SHIB holders, SHIB is available. Hell yeah, SHIB Nation right now, man. SHIB is looking great, and I hope it continues. We're going to be watching that on my left. I personally have open orders on that. If any of you guys do, I know Denny did. Clutch, what's going on, man? How are you? In the channel tonight, we're just discussing getting some charting done and all of our new there's a lot of stuff happening tonight. I'm not sure if you guys are aware. So there are these things called heat maps, heat bubbles. So we can see now this site right here is cryptobubbles.net. So why is this important? What we can do with this site is we can see what's had major movement for the day, okay? Sorry, I thought my cat was coming in. We can see if we have major movement in certain things for the day. So SHIB, of course, is our biggest bubble. This is today. If we went for the week, CKB's looking really good. Bit's looking okay. Nexo's looking good. And again, this is all just crypto. So if we wanted to do this and look at the market cap for the week, check that bad boy out. Okay, so if you're just looking at the market cap, let me tell you, BTC has been rocking and rolling. I called a few things with BTC. I've called a few things with SHIB. Things are going great. And of course, if you don't belong to Conquering Crypto, you should. Denny, I know you're a member. I'm glad to have you. Clutch, I don't know if you are a member, but Conquering Crypto, Facebook, you're more than welcome to join us. We go on trading journeys every day. My name is DeMarco. I'm your host, and that's my site. And yeah, you're welcome to join us. Let's do some basic charting. We've got SHIB open. I hope you guys have some SHIB. I hope you guys are making a few bucks tonight, especially anybody holding. If you've got some stuff in your bags, if you've got if you've got the money, honey, then certainly hold on to it because SHIB might be going up. I'm not selling because we're in consolidation. So after the breakout, we went into consolidation. But let's chart a little bit. So this is ZIL. I haven't checked this out in a long time. For any new guys or for anybody watching now, this is how we start our trends. Okay, so first thing we always do, we check to see where our trend is going, up or down. So how do we find that out? Is we draw lines. This is TradingView. TradingView is by far, in my opinion, TradingView is the best when it comes to charting. Okay. Now, what do we have? We have something that you're going to see all the time, trading and charting, okay? This is a triangle. Why is a triangle good? A triangle is one of the easiest things to detect breakouts of. But the thing is, with the type of triangle that we have right now, things could break out north or south. So we don't know which way it's going to go. What is nice, though, is we can, I know, Danny, you and I talked about this earlier. So we can now set our alarms, okay? So if we zoom in, we have our pattern, okay? We have our triangle. The breakout's going to happen at the most narrow part of the triangle, okay? What we're going to do is we are going to get in real close. So on TradingView, you can put alarms. Now, this is how I do mine. If you go to the right here, there's going to be a plus that shows up. See this plus? Now, this is where we get our alarms at, okay? If this is most recent price, what I want to do is encapsulate what areas would be most important to me when it breaks. This right here, that's our area, okay? That's our closest narrow area. Where do we want to set our alarms? Just above it and just below that area. Okay, so now we have 2 alarms set. This is how SHIB got in touch with me today. I know I've already told this a little bit in my last video, but I'm going to say it again. Right before I left for the beach today with my wife, I got an alarm on my watch. I actually ran back inside because SHIB said it was exploding. So I was tracking SHIB. I had an alarm set, and it told me that price had moved to a certain point that I already had mapped out that I wanted to come and check out. So I ran inside, placed a couple orders, did very well. Well, now I've just called this triangle breakout pattern, and I keep saying literally, I really want to capture it on film. I do have it in my trading view. So if you go to my trading views, you can see that I've been calling this stuff exactly. And if not exactly, it's been pretty close. Okay. But you can check all this stuff out. My trading view is up there. It's in the description. And yeah, you can look for yourself. You don't have to take my word for it. I'm just happy that when I call this stuff and it happens, it feels good, you know, especially if I'm helping somebody else out or giving you guys information, which I consider to be good information. Yes. So I hope it's helping you guys out. It's helping me out because I'm doing pretty well. I'm not complaining over here. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's check out some sushi. So sushi has been real chill. Sushi has been chill for a while. Thanks, Denny. Yeah, the trading view stuff that I put out, again, it's in the description. Go ahead and follow me because the stuff that I put out on there, let me tell you, man, I've been doing pretty good. I do not like to toot my own horn unless, you know, I actually deserve it, but I can't believe I've called. Seriously, and just when SHIB was taken off, actually, the entire Conquering Crypto room was going crazy with SHIB, and I kept saying, like, hey, you know, check this out, check that out, and we had a lot of members that did really well. I'm really happy about that, man. And of course, they were just following the room and what everybody else was doing. And I posted a lot of stuff on TradingView, so that's what the room is there for. And if you've got anybody interested in this stuff, I'm happy to have them come and join. So what we're looking at now, this is not an uptrend. Well, this is really not an uptrend or a downtrend for sushi. Okay, this is more or less horizontal. What we do have forming is a wedge, kind of a triangle. So where are we looking for the important stuff? When it gets consolidated. Okay. So when it gets into the last week of October is when we can expect major price movement. The reason and where I find that, I know it's hard to see, but you see on the bottom, you see where it shows the date? So you can match up, when you're using TradingView, you can match up at the bottom the date with the price. So so you see how that says September 28th of 2021, 29th, 30th. If you want to do projections with dates, that's how I mix it in. The dates at the bottom, the prices on top, the projection meets at a different coordination somewhere else on the chart. That is how you get the predictions. We're going to go over that one day. That's more advanced stuff, so I'm going to stick to the basic stuff for right now. Let's go over some more stuff and let's do some charting. Let's check out Link. I haven't visited Link in a little bit. So this is all old stuff. Let's see where we're at now. Okay, so you could say that this is definitely on an uptrend. Link has been on an uptrend since July 20th. You see where I got that info at the bottom of the screen? This is considered to be, actually, I'm going to use a different, this is considered to be an uptrend. All right, this is a generic uptrend. It's strong and it means that you've got support. And if you were to purchase anywheres in here, the idea would be is that you want to keep going that way, okay? So if you place an order or whatever up here, to hold on because it's more than likely going to continue until a reversal happens. When a reversal happens, you definitely want to then gauge whether to get out, whether to hold on. That kind of stuff is more advanced too. If you're in Conquering Crypto, you can ask in depth more about that. It's kind of hard to explain now live charting. But when you identify a reversal, that's when you want to get into it. And actually, just to show you, so I identified this reversal in BTC. And you know what? Let's go over BTC. BTC is something I've been wanting to talk about anyway. And well, for now, I'm still correct about what's going on with BTC. So I said that we're just going to move, kind of like move the goalposts to make new patterns. That's what we did. So this was an area to watch. Link actually higher than 26. I don't know. Where was it? Funny enough, I wasn't even, where are we at? So it's at 30. It's still on an uptrend. What's the all-time high for Link? Let's see. Oh man, yeah, so it has, so 50, let's see. So on this chart anyway, the all-time high is 52. So if it's at 26, man, I mean, halfway, and right now it's on an uptrend. So yeah, it looks like 52, maybe even 53 was the all-time high, somewhere like that. At least on this one. Remember, on any exchange, it can be different at any time. But at least on this one now, it looks like 50 was an all-time high, and that was back in May. But going back to BTC, now look, we're still supported here. So now we went from a reversal. So this was the reversal here, okay? If you look in this jumbled mess. Okay, so this is when the reversal occurred. What we had is, we had two trend lines, okay, simultaneously. You guys can put patterns on top of your patterns on top of your patterns. The more patterns you build, so long as it's not like a cluster F, if you know what I mean, as long as it's nothing crazy where you have stuff on top. Now, you can see mine. It's crazy, right? There's like a million lines going all which ways. I know what I'm looking at. If you want to, when you're starting to do this stuff, take your time with it. Don't busy it up. Just identify uptrends, downtrends, triangles, that kind of stuff, because it'll be way easier for you to start. Once you start to put this stuff together like a puzzle, it'll make sense. I recommend getting books. We also have an area on Conquering Crypto for book selections, but if you want more books, I keep mine with me. If you want titles, let me know. I will let you know. But for right now, BTC is back into, so let's look at a upside down flagpole and flag. Okay, so you can have the flagpoles and the flags, and they can be upside down. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Oh, hold on. I think my wife needs something. Laptop has my keyboard, single dongle. Sorry guys, be with you in a second. Is that it? That's all you need, right? Sorry about that, guys. When the wife needs stuff, you know, what am I supposed to do? Anyway, where was I? This was upside down. So flagpole, flag, okay? So do you see how the flagpole flag doesn't have to necessarily be, yeah, wife knows best, right? Yeah, nothing like interrupting the live show because she needs a piece for her laptop or something. I don't know. Whatever. She's the best. She gets what she wants, you know? She does know best. And I better say that too because she watches the stream. And so, Penny, love you, baby. Love you. You're the best. She is the best. All right. So let's identify another right here. Flagpole. Flag. But you see how we're upside down? That's actually more, yeah, that's a triangle. But you can get this stuff upside down, right side up. These patterns can be in different shapes and forms, and they can be heading in certain directions. So you got to look out for all kinds of stuff. We did look at Ethereum earlier, and actually, I want to check it out again. Ethereum's ramping up, man. So this is going to be a really interesting area, okay, for Ethereum. It's coming up. Let's look. So we've got a lot of wiggle room, okay? In other words, not a lot is going to happen in here. It's what's going to happen here, more than likely, that's going to be important, okay? So why is that? So we're in consolidation with this right now. So what's going to probably happen is just more price action here. We're not going to see a breakout or anything interesting though until it gets further into here. Now, that's not to say that it can't happen. Remember, this is all just speculation. This is all, you know, this stuff kind of does happen at random. It's based on market price is based on a lot of different things. So especially since we don't know what's going to happen, I play defensive. And if you play defensive, you lose less. That's really important. The tunnel is wide. Well, so let's actually, it's funny you mentioned that. Okay, let's get this out of the way. So usually when we check out tunnels, we have like a consolidation area. Inside that consolidation area, it can be up to 40, 50, 60%. Depends on what you're looking at. If there's no clear pattern, like SHIB for weeks had no clear pattern, but it had consolidation. And if you're asking which are the orange lines, which ones, Denny? Because there's a lot of orange lines. If you're talking about consolidation, you're talking about an area between 2 points that price is bouncing around. And because you know it usually is going to continue with that until it breaks out, you can track the price inside of your pattern. Did I help you out with seeing it? So yeah, so let's I can get further out. Sorry, there's a lot. See all this stuff here? This is how much charting I do all day long. There's just so much information. It's going to look like a bunch of mess, but of course to me, over the certain amount of time, it makes sense to me. I was zoomed in. Yeah, sorry, man. I can only deal with so much. I only have so much, I only have so much monitor space that I can deal with. So it's like, I want to track SHIB, but I want to show you this. So, over here. It's like, oh man, I got to keep so much together, and then I got to have my stupid face, which you guys have to look at. Sadly, I apologize, because my stupid face you have to deal with as well. So it must be a real treat for you guys to have to deal with all this craziness. And especially like, look, if I'm just looking at the screen, it's like crazy lines everywhere. Just if I seriously take back and take a look, like, wow, I have no idea what any of that means. And let me tell you, I can imagine that most people would see this and just be like, I have no idea what the hell you're doing. And that makes sense. But that's the point, is I'm trying to help you guys make sense of it, because then one day you can use this information hopefully to help you. And that's the idea. And I appreciate that, Denny. I hope I'm doing an okay job. I'm not trying to be the best. I'm just trying to explain it to you guys so you guys can enjoy it and get to use these tools to your advantage. Ethereum is now stuck in this tunnel. Now, I know I zoomed back out, so hopefully you got to see a little bit. So we're back inside of this tunnel between the blue and the purple. As you can see, we broke this major resistance October 14th. I don't always write them in, but sometimes when I do, it kind of, when you write a date next to things that have happened, you can track it better. So now I know, because I wrote that on October 14th, which was like 5-6 days ago, something like that. I know it broke that resistance. Now, after that, a couple days, the 17th, it bounced off of that old resistance line, which has now become support. And we talk about this all the time. Once resistance is broken, you want it to become support, because that means you're continued in that direction. The opposite can happen when it's on a downtrend, okay? And I'm sure I'm not going to find an example, but say this was flipped. When you're going down, it's just the opposite. You're breaking support, and you want resistance at the top to be continued if you're placing a put, if you want it to keep going down. Depends on all of the situations you're thinking of as a trader and how you want to profit off the situation. Let's check out SHIB just for a minute. SHIB is sitting pretty, man. I'm real happy with SHIB. I hope you guys are too. I hope, now listen, if you're not a part of Conquering Crypto, it's no big deal, but you're missing out on some great information. I posted in the past couple of weeks so many plays that have worked out on SHIB. I actually have to pat myself on the shoulder, because let me tell you, yes, a lot of us got into SHIB, and a lot of us did ADA in August. And let me tell you, some people made a few bucks, and I'm proud of the group, and I hope this information you're finding well. While we're at the 25-minute mark, I don't usually like to keep this stuff over half an hour, but Danny, because I like you so much, we can have fun with this for at least 45 minutes. I know there's a few viewers in here. If there's anybody that does want to, if you have a chart that you want to go over, okay, write it in the comments and we'll go check it out. We'll chart it together. If there's something you want to see, I will help you show you how to chart this stuff so that later on in the week or next month or next year, you can also chart it yourself. I want to teach you how to do it. But the best way is you have to find trends. You want to find uptrends and downtrends, go based off of that. If you go on Conquering Crypto, there's a map. Let me see if I can find it real quick. And I shared this map and I'm going to share it with you guys right now. Just give me 2 seconds, and if I can't find it in just a second, I want to share this with you guys. And this is something that I don't want you to forget, especially if you're trading. Now listen, if you're not trading, if you're doing other things, if you're staking and stuff like that, you don't need to worry about this kind of stuff. But this is important, okay? If you're in my group, Conquering Crypto, you might have seen this. If not, I want to show it to you now. This is very important when it comes to trading, okay? Sorry it's so bright. I apologize. Probably killing you guys. All right. So basically, see at the top how it says before you trade, okay? Where is the trend? Do you see how important that is? Where is the trend? Are we continually having higher highs and higher lows? Or are we getting lower lows and lower highs? Based off of that and your lines, you can decide where the trend is headed, okay? Let's take this example. Is it bullish? Well, this is bullish. For those who don't know, by the way, bull is up, bear is down. Bull's got the horns. That's how I remember it. Bull's got the horns. It's going to flip you up. Bear swipes down. So when a bull attacks, knocks you up, bear swipes down. That's how I remember it. It's a little dumb. I'm a little corny. That's what I do. So did the market structure develop? Yes, it did. So what that's basically saying is, do we have points of contact within our structure, our bullish structure, to then move forward? In this case, we do. This is looking really good, and I think it's going to hit this resistance and hopefully push through. But once it gets to resistance, I guarantee you it's going to struggle with it. In other words, it's not just going to blow by it. That's the difference with these resistance points, because when you hit them, price isn't typically going to go through them. It's going to be a battle. They teach it in trading psychology. Okay, so in trading psychology, they teach you that people like round numbers. So, for example, so this is 4380, whatever, we'll say 4400. People like to place their orders on round numbers. It's something to do with human psychology. So it's kind of hard for me to explain. But if you think about how people would place orders, right? You're not gonna place an order at 4343, right? You're gonna place it at 4400, 4300. Now you can use that kind of information to your advantage, because that also means that's how the big guys, the financial institutions, are going to be laying their orders out. Because of that, you're able to track the market better. You can get an idea of, hey, we're going to hit 4,400. I bet you people either have a lot of buys or sells in there one way or another. You can tell, this is going to be complicated, but you can tell what kind of orders based on the VPVR volume profile, but we'll go over that another day. The point being, if you can use a little bit of trading psychology, you can also add that to your charting and see and scale your orders. And that can only help you make a few bucks. And that's what we're here doing in the first place, right? Let's see how our shibby's doing. It's funny, whenever I go to track this stuff, right, I usually want to show you guys how I place the orders on KuCoin. And I do this thing called KuCoin futures. And in futures, you're able to, I don't want to get too far in it, but you're able to leverage and margin. And in a small amount of time, you can make a lot of money. Well, I usually have it up. Whenever I've had it up, nothing hits. And I say that because it's up and I'm ready to place orders to show you guys how to do it. Nothing hits. Within minutes or hours, minutes half an hour of me closing the live stream, it'll happen. And I'll watch it happen. And I'll be like, are you kidding me, man? I just had everybody looking so I could show you guys how to do it. And it didn't occur at that time. It's just irony. Love it. Let's go over a few more things. So we're about a half an hour in. Let's check out flow. Is there anything, Denny, is there anything you want to check out? Is there any chart that you're interested in? Is there any kind of, can you short a coin using futures? Yes, you can. Only ask because I believe I've read that before. So what I suggest is, just so you check it out, because I don't need to, for Nano, let's check out Nano. I don't suggest it for new, I don't suggest the KuCoin futures for new traders. But if you are going to do it, just make sure you don't put your leverage above 5. Okay, you can multiply the heck out of it, but there's a liquidation method where you can lose your money fast, but you can place a short, you can place a long. Okay, and you can do it at the same time. I guess I'll just, so I want to show it to you. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Okay, sorry it looks so weird, but you see how I can also sell. Okay, so I just flipped it real quick so I can sell and buy. Now I'm back on buy. There's also a margin in there, and the thing is the margin multiplies like a leverage. How much times 15, times 20, times 50. It even goes up to times 100, which is crazy. Actually, I made about 1,500 one night trading BTC on $100 because I multiplied by 50, and just like that, seriously, under a minute, made $1,500. It's super dangerous. I don't recommend it. I've also lost money doing the same thing. But what I do recommend is having yours nice and low. If you're going to try it, do it nice and low. Let us chart your Nano. Okay, so what are we doing on Nano? Yeah, no, I'm being dead serious. Let us chart the bottom. Okay, so the start of this uptrend, as you can see, let me move it over. As you can see, the start of this uptrend was on September 28th. Yeah, it's really scary, especially if you don't know what you're doing. That's why I'm saying don't use the leverage system in a major way. If you're gonna do it, just use it 1x, 5x if you're feeling squirrely. Other than that, forget it, because you can lose money fast. I know I have before, but I've also made a lot from it. So this is on a short uptrend. Actually, I don't even think I would consider this to be on an uptrend. So let's look why. Right now, if we were to go back to the VPVR, this is just horizontal. This is in consolidation, okay? So Nano, to me, what all that means is nobody's winning. Price action is as stalemate. The push and pull between buyers and sellers is chilling in the middle. Now, what is going to take? What is it going to take for major price action to move? Financial institutions are going to have orders placed somewhere in the area to make it move. People like to think traders like you and me or whales move the market, and that's not true. Financial institutions are in control of all of it. Okay, financial institutions, Forex, New York Stock Exchange. Most of the orders that are being placed are done by institutions that are working for corporations or other people. It's not the whales themselves. Got me? So don't ever think like, oh, SHIB just blew up. Oh, damn. Actually, I should be paying attention to SHIB because it's falling and I wanted to make 100. Anyway, at least a couple hundred. Anyway, whatever. Even if it goes down, I don't care. Financial institutions are the ones that move price. Forex, New York Stock Exchange, etc., OTCs. Because of that, you're never really going to know when things are going to move. You can take a guess, but a lot of their orders done by these institutions are hidden. They hide them because they don't want you and I, normal traders, to know. Okay, they don't want us to know where their trades are. That's the way it goes. Okay, the 1%, whatever. So they hide them. They hide them in these random areas. This right here, breakout of SHIB, this could have easily been some financial institution that's either working for a whale or a corporation with a whole bunch of buys in here, and that's what shot it up. But it wasn't like one or two dudes out there on their phone going like, oh, I'm going to buy $1 million worth of SHIB. It doesn't work that way. It's the financial institutions that have massive orders hidden within a range. So that's also what I'll explain. They have orders hidden here. And then if that hits, what they do is they have a chain reaction of orders. This is a buy. This is a buy. And what happens is it continues up this ladder. Okay, it continues up this ladder of buys until it reaches a stagnant point. In other words, the buys have stopped, which is right here. So what happens after the buys stop? We go back into consolidation because nobody else now has control of the market. Look, if we look over at Nano, this was probably some financial institution placing orders all along here, order. And they're big orders. Remember, this is big orders, but they do them in little chunks. So boom, order. It got to a certain point, went back down, back into consolidation. That happens all the time with everything you see, everything that you do when it comes to this stuff. You are not in control. I am not in control. Whales are not in control. No. Financial institutions are the ones in control of all of it. So there's a few books that I've read this from, actually. I want to make sure I'm giving you the right one, but there is a book that I recommend. You know what, Denny? I'm going to have to... I know I've got it. Oh, it's my volume profile book. Okay. If you guys want to stick with me, I know I've got a few viewers in here. If everybody wants to learn this real quick, I'll read you something. So this is called Volume Profile. I know it's backwards for you guys. Oh, by the way, I have my metrics shirt on right now. Yeah, to the moon, baby. I've got my metrics hat. My metrics shoes are coming. I got my metrics flag. Anyway, sorry. I didn't mean to get so carried away with my metrics. Love my metrics. Okay, so this book is called Volume Profile, Insider's Guide to Trading. Let's... I just want to read you something. Okay. There's a table here. Okay. This table just shows trading and market share. I want to read this to you. It is not just the Forex market. It is the same for all trading instruments. If you look, for example, at the cryptocurrency market, you can see that it is identical. No matter that this particular market is quite new. Still, the big financial groups dominate, manipulate, and move this market. In the picture, you can see that only 4% of addresses own 96% of all the Bitcoins. Okay? Think about that. 4% of the addresses right now own 96% of Bitcoin. Think about that. Okay? On the other hand, at the bottom of the picture, you can see a small little share of the retail traders. That's us. It is the same for all currencies, major cryptocurrencies, stocks, indexes, Forex. The market is always dominated, moved, and manipulated by a few big financial groups. This is very important for you as a trader to understand and know. And this is 100% true. I've read it now a few times. I have another book that I like a lot. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, by the way, is a great book, but there's another charting thing around here. I'm not going to bore you with that. There's another, oh no, our SHIB has fallen. What are you going to do? I'll stay with it. It's probably going to form a flag anyway. It's in consolidation. As long as it doesn't fall through this line here, I'll be happy. If it falls through that, anyway, that's what all of these books will tell you, that the financial institutions control it all. So what can you do with that information? Well, again, we can use trading psychology and you can use charting, because it just so happens, guys, that charting works out when you're trying to map out this stuff. So I've been trading now for 10 to 15 years. I started out with stocks and I enjoyed it, but I didn't do well. Like I would try to latch on to news or try to read, Forbes articles, try to go to this, that, and the other. Yeah, it's falling hard, but you know what, man? It's okay. It's not going to fall past this line. I don't think, but I'm still watching it. I still have hope. But either way, uh, I definitely wanted to make a few bucks on SHIB. I took 40 out, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, it is falling. Um, Either way, sorry, I don't want to lose too much train of thought. Um, if you want any book recommendations, Denny or anybody else, just let me know. Come to our Conquering Crypto group, because there is some really stuff. If you guys are actually interested in this, there is some stuff that I've been reading in this that I have put into practice, and let me tell you, it works. I know that sounds crazy. It works, or at least it works in practice. Like, they give you all these rundowns and setups, right? So for example, I think I've shown this the other week. In the back of one of these, where is it? In the back of this bad boy right here, and this guy doesn't leave me. Actually, so look, great. Now I'm going to look like I don't know what I'm doing at all. Okay, so in the back of this book are patterns. Now, I can't identify everything like right off the bat. So what I do sometimes while I'm looking to make sure, I will flip through this stuff just to make sure I have the right pattern. Does that make sense? And then I'll go from there. But no, if I have all this stuff like by me, then I can just quick reference it and go back to the trade. When did I learn charting? Okay, so I have been charting. I started to want to chart, I want to say 8 months ago, and I started to put it into practice 6 months ago. SHIB, what are you doing? You're killing me, bro. So I've only been hardcore charting for the past 6 months. After that, I started to build my own like pattern systems, and I started to make a. I don't know if you've seen my list. Have you seen my prediction list at all, Denny? I don't know if I've shown that. What I'll do actually. So this is my prediction list. I usually don't show this to non-members, but you know what? This is the kind of thing that you would have to look forward to if you were a member, okay? So everything that's in green, I got right. And that's just for the month of October. September, I blew it out of the water. I cleared like almost everything that I wanted to get. But if you can see everything that's green, that's what I hit. In other words, I got it right. And you can see the percentage. So I got Cody right, 30%. I got FTM right, 50%. Now remember, if you've got $100 on that, you now have $150. But you sold it, you bought it here and sold it here. Again, this is not financial advice. This is another tool that you as a Conquering Crypto member get from me for free. There will be advanced versions that will be monetized in the future, but for now, man, all this stuff, use it, use it, use it, use it. If you want access to the list, let me know. It's in the featured section at the top of Conquering Crypto. If you can't find it, let me know. I'll send it to you, and you can just peruse it whenever you want. There's a lot of info there. So I'll tell you what. Okay, I got a few of you guys in here. We are at the 45-minute mark. Okay, well, 40-minute mark. It says 43. I started early. I guess I started at 9:45, 9:50. Is there anything else that you want to go over for my several viewers that are in here? Is there anything else? I know, Denny, you've been asking all the right questions, and I like to see somebody that's interested in this stuff. I really want to help you and anybody else. If anybody wants to know anything, or if anybody wants to see anything, let me know. We can look at Nano again. It's sideways right now. We do have a triangle pattern, but I will say this, just because it's kind of like, it's a little bit wonky. So this is not, in other words, it is a triangle, but don't take it as like, oh, there might be a breakout at the end of this. Now, I know that's a little bit complicated. You'll get used to this stuff, but to me, it just means that we're still in just like consolidation. Nothing crazy is happening. Nobody has control. Just regular old consolidation. In other words, we're going to have to wait. We're going to have to wait and see what happens. Our SHIB, let's see, our poor SHIB. Now, you know what I am okay with? If this becomes, now see how far down we dipped? If this on SHIB now becomes support, I'm still okay with that. Okay, so if this red line here, if that becomes support, that's fine. because then I know it'll bounce off of that and hopefully go up. So I'm not, if you're holding SHIB, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I don't like to do that. No financial advice here. I will tell you with mine, I plan on holding it and I'm just going to let it bounce off support. If it doesn't, I can always get out, because as long as it's above this purple line here, I've made a few bucks, okay? And the whole idea is to just have a little bit more today than you had yesterday. That's the idea. If you'd like to discuss metrics and how you came across, maybe give some background. So here we go. I will do some metric stuff just for you, my friend. There is going to be a metrics video coming out, but let's go over a little bit of metrics. Here, I'm going to make me bigger. Hi, how are you? I made me bigger so that I'm not so goofy looking at charts. So here's the deal with metrics. Metrics, a few years ago, a buddy of mine named Joe, who is on the metrics team, he hit me up, and he's one of the guys that got me not into crypto, but he was definitely showing me some new cool stuff. And one of the things is that he started to work on, I think it was called Linda Coin back then, but metrics was something that, let's just call it all metrics. But when he was working on it back then, and I'm talking like 2017, it was called Linda. But he just mentioned it to me. He was like, "Hey, you should check it out. Why don't you, hey, if you put X amount of dollars in this one day, it might turn into something else." And it just seemed like an interesting project, right? Okay, I'm gonna show a little bit here, but I didn't get into it for him. I decided to eventually make this group when DOGE started to explode, right? So what had happened is I started to buy my metrics. When DOGE took off, I started to make this group. This group has now 113 members, which is great. But I've been trying to get everybody into metrics because they do so darn much. So it's like a super small coin still, right? I think it's considered micro cap. But if we look at sometimes I can get it to work. There we go. So if we look at metrics, okay, over the past year, I got into it, I want to say somewheres in here. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's considered to be micro cap. Anyway, so once I checked it out, I realized they're doing like friggin' everything for a super small micro coin. Okay. They've got staking. They've got the altitude wallet. They've got like an NFT thing coming out. When I make my video, which will be very soon, there's a lot of videos out there that just show the white paper. So this is me showing the white paper just because I want to show you, if you haven't seen it, they have so much that they're trying to do. And I don't mean trying, they're succeeding. Whereas, you know what I'm going to show you guys? You know what I'm going to, yeah. So much on the roadmap. That's what I wanted to show you. So first of all, look at this roadmap, okay? So if you're new to this and you haven't gone all over CoinMarketCap, okay? I'm going to move this over here. Sorry, SHIB. Why don't I get my big, fat, stupid head down? So, now this is an updated roadmap, okay? This says Q4 of 2020. So that would have been a little further than last year. Who cares about the time frame? Okay. Everything that has the green check is what they completed. Okay. So let's just go over some of this stuff. And by go over, I mean, you can see that almost everything they set out to do, see, this is updated. They used to, yeah, this isn't the old stuff. So I can't really show you too much. That stinks. I'm going to have to find the completed one. The one that's like goes back a ways ago. Anyway, I'm going to show off my buddy. So this is Joe right here. That's Joey Wagner. He's a good friend of mine. He's the one that got me into metrics in the first place. And it's a very good friend of mine. And he is one of the reasons I got interested. But after that, metrics started to be like, I was like, oh, wait, this is amazing. Like, this coin is unbelievable. And again, just because of all the stuff that they have, it's a shame that I can't find the the white paper that had everything completed beforehand. I'm sure it's around. I'm sure you can find it. But they're really just like ramping up. They've got so like if you come in the Discord, say formerly Linda Coin, if you go on the Discord, we talk about metrics all the time. Man, that's bright. Sorry. I hope that's not bothering you guys. But if you go on the Discord, we talk every day. Yeah, it's great. They have a great community. They have staking. They have all kinds of stuff. I actually wrote a meme of all the stuff that they had. This is part of the, like, they had a meme contest and I wrote this, and this is all like true stuff. So look at this. Okay, and I wrote this. I drew up this meme when that was popular, whenever this came out real quick. Look at you, look at all you've done, look at all you accomplished. Okay. So the buy metrics and the swap metrics. So that means you can use the Altitude wallet to buy your metrics. You don't need an exchange. They're on DigiFinex, but you don't need an exchange. If you want to buy your metrics, just buy it right from the Altitude wallet, okay? They have the My Staking wallet on your phone. The Wage Street Gaming, I'm not sure if you know, but they have a whole gaming platform where you can use metrics as your gambling money. Okay, you bet metrics for metrics, and it's part of a whole gaming system. Okay, yes, I'm serious. The My Node Pool Altitude wallet we were just talking about, they already have wrapped coins. Okay, MRXB, MRXE. I have like 10 million right now. No joke. MRXB staking. Awesome. I love it. And right now I'm getting something like 30% with the shard. It's like ridiculous. I don't use My Node Pool. I use Altitude, and I like Altitude. I'm happy with Altitude. It's done everything for me. I also use Infinity Crypto, and they have a really good desktop app. Infinity Crypto, definitely check that out. That's how you get it. My Staking Wallet. Awesome. So that's what I'm saying. You don't need an exchange to buy it. They have the Discord community. They have the Telegram service. They had Shard, which I was just talking about. They have a partnership with Coins Paid. They have a friggin' NFT platform that's just made by metrics. Okay? Even more. Merchant partnerships. We had a ton of influence videos. They have the governor's program. I am a governor. I get 37. I don't want to be a liar when I say it. I get 3,700. I'll let you take a peek. See that right here? Got it? Did I lose you? Oh, there we go. So I get 3,700 metrics every 2 days because I'm a governor. In order to be a governor, you have to have 7.5 million, and then you do this like contract thing that turns you into a governor. But anyway, it's awesome. And I love getting it. And then every time I get like, another 50,000, 60,000, I turn that into MRXB and I stake more of it. But they also have a tip rain bot. So there's a channel in the Discord that just constantly gives you MRX all day long. I don't know if you knew that. And if you don't know that, you need to know that. Okay? Here, I'll just show it to you real quick. See this here? Okay? This is their tipping service, and people give each other tips all day, and it gets spread through whomever's in the channel. It's fantastic. It's great. So we can get into wrapping another time. That is such a big process. But if you go on YouTube, everything that you want to, how to wrap, Jesus. Metrics YouTube. There's this really cool. Oh my God, is something wrong with me? Here we go. So if you ever wanted to do this stuff, okay, they have tons of videos through the all the metrics like sites, but there's so much information in here, bro, about how you can do all of this stuff and see how to wrap, how to unwrap too. It is difficult. I'm not like, it is kind of tough on how to wrap and unwrap, but if you ever want help, I will happily help you. But they have like a step-by-step video guide on how to wrap, how to unwrap. It's not easy. Okay, I'll be honest. It is a little difficult. Yes, if you can figure out how to do the shard stuff, I will happily help you. I do it. I love it. They have something ridiculous like 30 or 40%. Now, that's not going to be forever. That's only for another couple weeks. After that, I don't even know what it goes down to, but that's the way it's been for a little bit. Um, but yeah, man, even on the Twitter, they've got contests. They've got just so much ingrained in metrics. There's have so many different things, and that's when I said I'm all in. That's when I said, you know what? Me and my wife decided we put a lot of money into metrics. I probably have something like 15 to 20 million metrics right now, and I really hope it does well someday. That's where I'm at. I've got my flag, my hat. I have shoes ordered. Wearing my metric shirt. I'm really into it. It's that one coin that I don't mind telling everybody about, and I'm really into it. It seems like a great coin. I love the community. I've had maybe six major issues. Okay, between like staking, um, wrapping, doing some other stuff, and the Discord. I swear, they have fixed every single issue that I've had, every single one. And whenever I open a ticket, somebody gets to me within 10, 20 minutes. No other business I've ever seen, worked on, worked with, because I consider them like you know, I consider them partners. I know we're not official partners, but I like what they do. So when I tell people I'm a proud supporter. I'm not a partner. I'd like to be, but I'm not. Maybe Conquering Crypto can do something with them one day. Whatever would help them. Um, it's been on the rise, Denny, but here's the big but. Until they pass some, see, I'm in love with it, but that doesn't mean it's perfect. And there are some downsides. And I am going to talk about that too, about some stuff that they do need to do. It's not perfect. I think they can be successful, but they're really going to have to work some stuff out. But with that said, my brother, we are now reaching on the hour mark, man. How do you like that? We've had a bunch of people. I got up to 5 or 6 viewers, I think, at one point. Fill you in. Which part? Which part you want to be filled in? I'll see if I can help you out. They do have the mobile wallet. They do have mobile wallet. You can get the My Staking wallet on your phone. Yeah, yeah, I have it right now. I don't use it, like I said. I don't use it. Actually, I want to check to see how SHIB's doing. Am I dying yet? See, so now we're gonna form in SHIB. We're gonna form this huge consolidation area. I bet I put money on it that this is now gonna turn into a huge consolidation area. What do I think they need? They need better exchanges. Okay, it's the biggest thing holding them back. They have been having difficulties with it. I don't want to get into it, but they were supposed to be part of several exchanges now, and they have not been successful on getting on them yet, even though they have paid. Um, yeah, I can't get into that. But one of the things that they absolutely need is exchanges, new ones, good ones, Binance US, Coinbase. They need to be on really good exchanges, and I think it will happen one day. It was supposed to happen a while ago, and that is, I think, one of the biggest things holding them back is they don't have like the mass appeal. So if I said, "Hey, Denny, yeah, you can buy it on DigiFinex," and like literally that's it, just DigiFinex, I think you can get it like you can buy it through you can buy it through the Dex or whatever. Like you can buy the MRXB, I think, through Dex, but the biggest thing is going to be the exchanges, and because I want to be able to tell somebody I don't know, find it on Coinbase. Oh, it's on Coinbase, of course. Not being able to say all those good exchanges and not being on any of them except for DigiFinex, that's what's holding them back. That's my opinion. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's inevitable. It's going to happen, but it needs to happen sooner than later. Yeah. Right. So you couldn't be more right when you say that. Exactly. So let's say I made a video right now. what was supposed to happen, and I think I can tell you this, when they did all that crazy stuff, when they did all the marketing, at the same time we were supposed to be released on an exchange, and the exchange never hooked them up. How screwed up is that, man? So like for the entire month of September, they put in a buttload of resources into getting like influencers and TikTok and advertising. And at the same time, we were supposed to be on this new exchange, and we weren't on the exchange. They didn't do it. They didn't put us on. So it's something that like really has been pissing us off. But it's like, what do you do? They have all the power. They have all the power of these exchanges. So what do you do? But then it gets into politics with how the exchanges work. Um, but yeah, man. Since we are over an hour, my brother, you are the man. Anybody else out there watching, you guys are also the men and women. I am going to wrap it up for tonight. Again, I was your host this evening. My name is DeMarco. I run Conquering Crypto, which is a Facebook site where we help you in trading and all kinds of fun stuff. We are still watching the breakout that happened earlier on SHIB. Even though SHIB fell, dude, it's I wouldn't overly worry about it. I don't think it's actually going to fall through. This should be support, and it's going to now be in part of this triangle system and then break out from here. But I'll make a post or a video or something about that. And you have an awesome night. And if anybody, including you, Denny, wants some good info, I'm always available. Just hit me up. Or you can just ask in Conquering Crypto, whatever. But that's going to do it for my Saturday night. I think I made like a couple hours worth of videos. And thanks for being awesome, man. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you on the flippity flip, and enjoy your night.